Hello and a very warm welcome to The Real View. Long time since we've spoken. Joined by Thomas Rooney. Hello, how are you, Tom?
I'm good, thank you.
Very good. And what are we talking about today?
Films, the universe, and everything else, basically.
Very good. I think that sounds about right. So today is Thursday the 10th of December, and as we know, the Golden Globe nominations, the contenders this year, have just been announced as of this morning. Very pleased, on a subjective note, I'm very pleased to announce that Carol, and also you could say the streaming services, were the big winners this morning. After it's the Hollywood Foreign Press Association, isn't it?
Yes.
They announced its contenders for the 73rd Annual Golden Globes, which will take place on January 10th. The period drama starring Cate Blanchett in the title role scored 5 nominations, including 2 acting nods for Blanchett and co-star Rooney Mara. Close behind with 4 noms was the grisly survival drama The Revenant, which I haven't seen, but gonna see. I hope you're gonna see as well, Tom.
Yes, when it comes out.
Financial
eventually.
crisis comedy The Big Short and biopic Steve Jobs has got a good boost. That's good, actually, because originally Steve Jobs we thought was going to get snubbed at the Oscars, actually. It was one of the ones that was going to be snubbed.
It's mostly just the acting... Well, actually, no, it's not mostly... No, it is the... Don't listen to me. It's just mostly the acting categories that it's getting nominated for, and screenplay.
Yeah, because the screenplay was very good, and also...
Of course, it's Aaron Sorkin. What do you expect?
Yeah, it's very good. The Steve Jobs film, was a collaboration between director Danny Boyle and screenwriter Aaron Sorkin, so obviously very good indeed. In television, there were no sort of clear frontrunners, I would say, aside from
I really don't care about the television awards, to be honest.
Should we skip television? I can comment on that a little bit, but should we just say one little thing just quickly and then bugger off? If you remember, American Crime, Fargo, Mr. Robot, Outlander, Transparent, I'm forgetting Wolf Hall, were all tied with 3 nominations. Netflix led the pack with 8. Followed by the more traditional sort of, cable channels, HBO and Starz, and Amazon was not far behind with 5, including very good nods for Transparent, and surprisingly, Mozart in the Jungle.
I'm surprised Game of Thrones only has 1 nomination.
I'm surprised as well. Obviously, they do spend a lot of money per fight scene, so surely that would increase the production budget, and their distribution's very good. It's very, very good. So here's the list of nominations for the 2016 Golden Globes. In the background, obviously, you can hear the Carol soundtrack. That's the opening theme, which has been composed by a guy called Carter Burwell, who's perhaps lesser known than the Big Five: Hans Zimmer, Johann Johansson, all the typicals. Let's hope that he can get in there. He'll definitely get in there for a nod for the best score for the Oscars, which we can talk about later. But we're going to I think we should do that in another broadcast, Tom. Let's just focus on the Golden Globes for now. Absolutely. So here's a list of nominations for 2016 Golden Globes. If I take one category, you can take another. I will take the first category, Tom. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So for Best Motion Picture in the drama category is Spotlight, Carol, The Revenant, Mad Max Fury Road, and Room. I'd say let me give my immediate reaction. Okay, once again...
Let me give my immediate reaction. Fuck yes, Mad Max!
That's a very good immediate reaction.
Yeah.
Honestly, so far with the New York, Washington... Oh. Sorry, a bit of a technical hitch up there. We're back again.
What just happened?
Sorry, just randomness. I would say that Mad Max Fury Road has already taken the world by storm. Definitely because it's brought in the art house and the blockbuster audiences. It's brought people together. Mad Max Fury Road is considered a work of art, so much so that it's under the board of review for what's that thing? The American thing of preservation thing.
Hang on.
What's
Didn't
that?
They just do the 10 best films of each year?
I think so. No, I'm talking about the preservation ones, the ones they want to keep forever and ever. Yeah. What's that? The AFR. I don't know. American films. The American Preservation Society. I don't know, something like that. I'd say that once again, the more sort of stereotypical awards bait movies, come on, period drama like Brooklyn, Bridge of Spies, and A Danish Girl were sort of outdone, let's say, by the stylized, you could say violence, for sure violence of Mad Max Fury Road. It was definitely those because like Brooklyn Bridge of Spies and A Danish Girl, you'd expect.
Oh, Louis, it's the
awards.
National Film Registry by the Library of Congress.
There we go.
I just looked it up because I remember Airplane is kept in it.
Yes,
as you did.
That's right. So those films were kind of outdone and kind of brushed aside by Mad Max Fury Road. It's hard to imagine that George Miller's action, packed adventure has any sort of hope up against frontrunners. Spotlight, Carol, and The Revenant, to be honest, actually. I do think that either Spotlight, Carol, or The Revenant will win Best Picture. I'm narrowing it down to that 3 already, this early on, to be honest.
I hope Mad Max gets
I hope Mad Max, and if Mad Max wins Best Picture, it's going to change Oscar history forever. In the, do you want to take the Best Motion Picture Comedy Musical category, please?
Yes. It's The Big Short, Joy, The Martian, Spy, and Trainwreck.
What's your immediate reaction to that?
Well, I'm aware that there's a lot of controversy because The Martian apparently shouldn't be considered a comedy, even though there was a lot of comedy in it. Spy and Trainwreck I was kind of surprised about. Like, I wouldn't really have thought of those as big awards contenders. I mean, I like both of them, but I never really thought of them as, like, well, that kind of caliber, let's just say.
Yeah, I mean, often the Golden Globe nominations for comedies focus on movies that aren't so much comedies as less serious dramas. We get a little of that this year with David O. Russell's Joy, which is yet to come out, but from just first analysis at trailers.
I do
and stuff
wonder
like that.
how many films that, like, was it Jennifer Lawrence and David O. Russell and Bradley Cooper and all them are going to do together.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you've had also, and Bradley Cooper and Sienna Miller as well. They're another duo that often appear together on screen, don't they?
Yes.
I mean, Joy is, I don't know, I don't have much to say about it right now because I haven't seen it. Doesn't seem that funny, to be honest, as it's made out to be. The other nominations are pretty solidly comedic. Even The Martian, which, although, as you said, controversial.
The only film to have employed ABBA while building a spaceship. I'll give it credit for that.
Yeah, I was very... to be honest, with the music commissioning, I was very impressed with the music commissioning on that film. Definitely. It provided plenty of humour, despite the dire circumstances.
Yeah, when I watched it, I was like... when all the disco songs came on, I was just like, oh god, Louis is going to love this.
Yeah, and I did love it. I was... Honestly, I got up off my seat and I started dancing around, really.
Also, are you aware of the... Was it National Board of Review, their top 10 films of this year?
Very much so.
Yes.
Very much so. And very, very pleasing as well.
I've just seen it. I'm surprised Straight Outta Compton is in it.
Oh, yeah. Well, I thought Straight Outta Compton, even though I don't like the content, was a very well-crafted film and should definitely be nominated for something. Meanwhile, there is no question that Amy Schumer's Trainwreck and Spy with Melissa McCarthy belong in the humour category as well. Next category, the Best Actor in a Motion Picture Drama. I am pretty confident this year. I mean, I'm not going to get my hopes up too high, just for the sake of let's get it done, let's get it over with. I think Leonardo DiCaprio could do it for The Revenant. What's your thoughts on that? I haven't seen the film, but I think it's time. Come on, I think it's time. Now or never.
Well, if we're talking about the Oscars, then maybe Golden Globes. He won one for The Wolf of Wall Street, so it's not like he's been constantly denied those as well.
Absolutely. The people that are nominated for Best Actor in a Motion Picture Drama are Leonardo DiCaprio in The Revenant, Eddie Redmayne for The Danish Girl, which I would disagree with, having seen the film.
Really?
Michael Fassbender, Steve Jobs, Will Smith, Concussion, I would disagree with also, and Bryan Cranston for Trumbo. Yeah.
Why would you disagree with Eddie Redmayne and Will Smith out of interest?
Will Smith, I mean, I don't think his performance was acting worthy. And Eddie Redmayne, I don't think was good enough. No.
Ooh, brutal.
But that's just personal feelings. I mean, obviously, Eddie Redmayne, great transformation, but it's just it was in that film when you see it. It's all about Alicia. She is phenomenal, and I think that the hardest category, I think the most difficult judged category will of course be Best Picture. It's always Best Picture, not always though, and also Best Actress. I will be honest, and also Best Actress. But yeah, so there's a lot of similarities between this list and the SAGs. So Will Smith actually was considered snubbed yesterday, but today, obviously, he made it. Obviously not. But that meant Johnny Depp didn't get a nod, which is a shame because I think he should have done. He was brilliant in Black Mass. Very, very good. A real spellbinding performance for sure. Do you want to take the next category for Best Actor in a Motion Picture
Best
Comedy?
Drama Actress.
Okay.
Yeah, I have the Wikipedia page open. That's just how it's laid out.
Oh, okay, right, okay. In my brain, I'm doing it in a different order. But yeah, go on.
So there's Kate Blanchett and Rooney Mara, both for Carol, Brie Larson for Room, I'm not sure if I'm saying her name right, Saoirse Ronan for Brooklyn, and Alicia Vikander for The Danish Girl.
Immediate reactions?
I'm not surprised at the double nomination for Carol.
Yeah.
At least I haven't seen Room, Brooklyn, or The Danish Girl, so I can't comment on those, but both Kate Blanchett and Rooney Mara were really good in Carol. I'm glad they're both nominated.
And also, I'm glad they're both nominated in the lead category, which could mean they're both nominated in the lead category in the Oscars, because
that will be quite something.
Because I was struggling. The awards season in general, as a general buzz, was struggling to categorize Rooney Mara as a supporting or a lead. Obviously it doesn't state it on the page or whatever, but I think she deserves a lead role. I mean, she has an equal part, right? It's just about as much as her as it is in the as a Carol. Obviously, if you read the book, you might think a bit differently. The book's very good as well. I've read the book. I love it. Best actor in a motion picture comedy musical. Matt Damon for The Martian. I think he should get it, definitely. Steve Carell, The Big Short, Al Pacino, Mark Ruffalo, Christian. I think Matt Damon, hands down, should get it, for sure. I mean, we have blockbuster performances competing with art house movies here, to be honest. The big surprise is Mark Ruffalo, yeah, for sure, in Infinity Polar Bear.
I've never even heard of Infinity Polar Bear.
It is quite brilliant. I saw that at the...
That is a stupid title.
Yeah, I saw that at the Crouch End art house. That was pretty cool. And it's sort of playing a father dealing with his sort of mental health issues. It's quite good. It's not memorable though. No huge shock here that Damon got the nomination for his Martian tour de force, but it's interesting that the HFPA, Hollywood Foreign Press Association, if anyone doesn't know, gave love to two members of the ensemble cast of The Big Short. Christine Bale and Steve Carell. Could that boost in their favours? Because you've got to remember, the more people you have nominated in the same film, it could work for the nomination for the film, or it could work against. And in past, we have seen it's worked against.
It's worked against mostly in the past. Like, for one example I recalled is when the two people who were in Thelma and Louise, they both got nominated and neither of them won.
That's right. So it has worked.
Wait. That was the year when The Silence of the Lambs came out, wasn't it?
And obviously we do want to play... that comment that you've just made, we do want to play into account, obviously, because that film was directed by Ridley Scott, and Ridley Scott is who I think could get Best Director this year, I think. Because he's never had an Oscar before. He directed it so well. Every element of the film worked really well, and it was all down to his direction at the end of the day. So I think he is going to get it, maybe. But we won't be so sure for the moment. I mean, in that category, for Best Actress, going back to there, there's no huge sort of surprises here, other than the doubling nomination of Carol, as you said. Yeah. I mean, really, I keep saying that sentence. There really is no... It was quite obvious. It seemed as if Mara sort of might be up for a supporting role, but appropriately. Nope. I mean, she was alongside Blanchett. Unfortunately, less space for Charlotte Rampling, if you remember her in 45 Years.
No, I don't
great
film.
Emily Blunt in Sicario. I didn't think she was very good at all, but a lot of the awards buzz centered sort of gave her some room. I hated Suffragette as a film, but I thought Carey Mulligan was very good.
I didn't hate Suffragette.
Oh, I hated it. I was totally,
Careful now, don't let Tumblr hear this.
Tumblr, if you hear this.
Tumblr hated it as well, never mind.
Oh, great, brilliant, good. You can confirm that for me, because I'm not really on Tumblr. Other than
I'm not either, but I'm just aware of...
I do have a Tumblr account, and I do send my Instagram pictures to Tumblr automatically, as I do, like a nerd. Yes. Do you want to go with the next category for Best Actress in a Motion Picture Comedy / Musical?
Oh boy, this is one I really have no clue about. Jennifer Lawrence in Joy, Melissa McCarthy, Spy, Amy Schumer, Trainwreck, Maddie Smith, Lady in the Van, and Lily Tomlin in Grandma.
Yes. Immediate reaction, please.
Well,
Who do you want to win? Who do you want to
I
win?
shouldn't be surprised that Melissa McCarthy and Amy Schumer are in there, but I am.
Yes. Yeah, I think that I share the same view. Who do you want to win?
Well, considering I haven't seen all of the film, I want to see The Lady in the Van, but I haven't seen all of them. But
Right.
I think I'm really not sure like who will win. I really don't have a clue.
I think it could be Schumer or McCarthy, one of the comedians. It could be. What do you think? I'm putting my money on Schumer or McCarthy, one of the big ladies.
If Schumer wins and they don't play Uptown Girl as she's going up, I'm going to smack someone.
All right, cool. You can tell that to HFPA. I think they'll be very pleased to hear that.
Absolutely.
Well, 2015 continues to be Schumer's year with yet another nomination, this time for her acting in Trainwreck. And Smith may have missed the nomination for acting in Downton Abbey, bum bum bum, but she's making up for it with her role as a woman who quite literally lives in a van, but not by down the river. Not down by the river. Down by the riverside. Good song. Now, this is the one I'm really excited about. Best Director for Motion Picture. If you don't mind, I'm going to steal this one away from you. You can have two next. Have we had
Mr.
turns?
Stereo category.
Sorry. It's a mystery. It's a big mystery category. And the nominees are Ridley Scott, The Martian, Alejandro González Iñárritu for The Revenant. I'm pronouncing it correct this time, even though I like to say Iñárritu.
González Iñárritu, because the accent's on the first A in his last name.
Is that right?
I do Spanish, Louis. I know this.
Of course you know this. Is he Spanish, by the way? He is. Or is he Portuguese? I always get mixed up. Or is he Brazilian? He's Mexican. I don't know. Oh, come on. You should know this on the front. You're a film fan. You should know this on the top of your head.
He's Mexican.
He's Mexican. I knew it. Like, same as Emmanuel Lubezki. Oh, no, he's Polish. Shit.
For fuck's sake, Louis.
Same thing. Ridley Scott. Alright, so Ridley Scott, The Martian. Big nods towards him. Never got the Oscar. Acclaimed director. He's got to get it. He might.
I hope George Miller gets it.
Yeah, I think either Ridley Scott or George Miller. I'm putting my money on.
Happy Feet 2 to that.
But the thing is, all five nominees have an equal chance. I haven't seen The Revenant. Tom McCarthy for Spotlight. Tom McCarthy is brilliant, but at the moment, Tom McCarthy is right now being seen as at the bottom of the five as of today in terms of who's going to get it. Because there's now we're seeing what happened with Boyhood and Birdman. There's actually too much hype about Spotlight. There's so much hype about it. It's actually working against his favour. So, to be honest, Tom McCarthy, I don't know what is going to happen, but obviously this is an ever-changing landscape. It's going to change every single day. Todd Haynes for Carol. I hope Todd Haynes could do it. But, to be honest, he's up against big-time George Miller and Ridley Scott. It's got to be one of those two. It has to be. I mean, sorry. I mean, Steven Spielberg got snubbed, for goodness sake. With the exception of the well-deserved nominations for McCarthy and Haynes. The prized flashy movie work over sort of staid dramas. Case in point, Miller's Mad Max, right, is a reboot or is it a sequel? Does it matter? Not really. Yeah, I think it's. I think it's.
I don't really care. It still kicked ass.
It really did. You may take the. Sorry, I've been really selfish. Do you want to take the next category, or are you happy?
What is the next category?
The next category is Best Supporting Actress in a Motion Picture.
Oh, Supporting Actress in a Motion Picture.
Yes.
Oh, yes. So, Jane Fonda in Youth, Jennifer Jason Leigh, The Hateful Eight, Helen Mirren, Trumbo, Kate Winslet, Steve Jobs, Alicia Vikander, Ex Machina.
Oh, she's nominated for 2 films.
Ooh, I wonder which one she'll win for.
Maybe. I hope that she wins for either of them.
I have not seen any of the films in the supporting actress category. I really want to see The Hateful Eight, so I know I won't get to because it's almost certainly going to be an 18 that I cry every time.
Ah, shit. Maybe I can get you. I can sneak you in there. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, sneak me in like a bag or something.
Yeah, could do.
Like, only in Leicester Square, 70 mil.
Yeah.
They'll have it in 70 mil, won't they?
Oh yeah, they will definitely. It'll either be at Odeon Leicester Square, or it'll be at PCC or whatever.
No, PCC have confirmed they're definitely not getting it on release.
Oh dear, that's a shame because PCC.
They will have it eventually, but they won't have it on release.
Ah, that's a shame because PCC is Tarantino's favourite UK cinema.
Even though he's never been.
Exactly. Well done, yeah. Mr. PCC. Vikander, she's coming on strong. I mean, especially considering that a year ago she was completely unknown, like completely. In addition to her nomination for the Danish Girl, she picks up a nod here for playing an artificially intelligent robot seductress. She has stiff competition, though, up against a fierce, if brief, performance by Jane Fonda in Youth.
Ooh.
And, I mean, I haven't seen The Hateful Eight, so I can't comment. But apparently she's really good, Jennifer Jason Leigh. So I haven't seen that one, because obviously it hasn't come out yet. I'm just going to keep stealing these categories because I'm on fire here. If you feel free to buzz in and say for Best Supporting Actor in a Motion Picture. That is Sylvester Stallone for Creed, Idris Elba for Beasts of No Nation, a Netflix original, Mark Rylance for Bridge of Spies, Michael Shannon for 99 Homes, Paul Dano for Love and Mercy. I think Mark Rylance for Bridge of Spies. I think so, yeah.
Weren't you thinking that Stallone would get it?
I don't know, he's a bit dated, but he is good in Creed, so if not Mark Rylance, maybe Sylvester Stallone. A day after the SAG delivered a surprising choice for Best Supporting Actor, well, in my eyes, surprising choice anyway, considering it's the SAGs, Michael Shannon in 99 Homes, the Hollywood Foreign Press Association has done the same thing. There's a fair amount of overlap between the SAG nominations and today's announcement between Shannon, Rylance and Elba, but the nominations for Jacob Tremblay in Room and Christian Bale in The Big Short, who was nominated instead for lead actor, Golden Globe, were replaced by Dano. And the ultra buzzy's turned by Stallone in Creed, which is a Rocky sequel or a reboot, whatever you want to call it. It's definitely to do with Rocky.
I would call it a spin-off, really.
A spin-off, yeah, that's pretty good. A spin-off, definitely. Best Screenplay, Motion Picture, Spotlight, Steve Jobs, The Hateful Eight, Room, The Big Short. I'm going to go through this quickly because we've only got 8 minutes on the clock. I know. One of the big surprises here is that the Hollywood Foreign Press valued a comedy, The Big Short, over some more serious stories. How long have you got more time on your hands? Because then we can return to this when we've finished.
I don't have more time on my hands.
Oh, okay, so we're going to have to finish in 8 minutes' time. So we're going to rush through this and everything. I'm just going to, off the top of my head, I'm just going to give you my reaction and just...
Can I do the animated ones at least?
Yes, you may. One of the big surprises here with the best screenplays, they valued a comedy, The Big Short, over some more serious choices, such as Brooklyn, Carol, or The Danish Girl. Admittedly, Adam McKay and Charles Randolph's screenplay, based on the book by Michael Lewis. Sorry, we're back after another technical hitch. Excuse these technical hitches. Made sense of a very complex subject, the subprime housing crisis. Now on to Best Animated Feature with Tom. Hello, Tom.
Oh, yes. Anomalisa, The Good Dinosaur, Inside Out, Peanuts movie, and Shaun the Sheep movie. It's going to be Inside Out. Let's just leave it there.
All right. There was no love for Minions. Where was Minions? Where was Minions?
As much as I want it to be Shaun the Sheep because Aardman, and I love Aardman, they're my favourite, it's going to be Inside Out.
All right, but where was Minions?
Fuck off.
No, there's no Minions in there. It was terrible. I think Anomalisa should have been replaced by Minions easily.
Really?
Yes. Best Original Score Motion Picture, Carol, The Danish Girl, The Revenant, Inside Out, Mad Max Fury Road. In my opinion, The Danish Girl's soundtrack was way overdone. The film was way too long anyway.
Was it?
Yeah, I thought
That's not even 2 hours.
No, it felt too long. While these are all solid choices, I guess it's a shame to see... And do you know what? It's a real shame to see Johan Johansson's score for Sicario snubbed. That was excellent.
Shocking, I know.
I mean, his music gave that drama a proper suspenseful feeling, right? I think Tom. Have we lost Tom? I think we might have lost Tom.
No. I'm here. I just kind of zoned out.
Okay. Best original song. One Kind of Love, Love and Mercy. It's got to be "Love Me Like You Do" by 50 Shades of Grey. I'm sorry.
I'm hoping if "See You Again" wins, I'm going to punch someone.
Yeah, fucking.
I liked Furious 7, but "See You Again" is just.
I hate that song.
Now.
It's an interesting mix of mainstream and arty choices here. Do you remember, back in the day? Well, not back in the day because we're never back in the day people because we're too young. But
back in my day,
there's best original song was went to just people that you don't know, but now it's all mainstream. Because the radio hit sort of "See You Again," which made many a Fast and Furious person sad and upset. I think shared space with a new Bond theme, "Writings on the Wall," which wasn't a very good track at all. But then again, everything we saw in Spectre or heard, we were comparing with Skyfall. Am I wrong? Inadvertently. No?
Well, I said no. Wait. I said you're not wrong. I I honestly really preferred Skyfall to Spectre. I think most people did.
Yeah. I don't think Sam Mendes will return to the director's chair on that note. Yeah, best foreign language film. I haven't seen The Fencer, but I can say...
I haven't seen any of them.
Son of Soul, Mustang,
I really want to see Son of
Brand
Soul.
New Testament, and The Club.
Hang on a sec.
You need to be going shortly. You need to clear up after yourself in the kitchen.
Yes, anyways, you were saying?
Yes, Tom, you need to clean up of yourself in the bedroom.
In the bedroom.
Yes, Son of Soul, excellent. Mustang was excellent. It could be Son of Soul, it could be Mustang. I'm just going to leave it there. We're not going to go on to TV as such.
I don't give a fuck about TV.
We don't give a fuck about TV. But TV is very good, it's very good, it's very good. So nominations by motion picture, let's round it up. Carol leads with 5. The Big Short, The Revenant, and Steve Jobs equal and tie up on 4. And The Danish Girl, The Hateful Eight, The Martian, The Room, Spotlight lead on 3. And if you're talking about TV network, nominations are Netflix 8, HBO 7, Star 6, Amazon Video 5, and ABC, Fox, and PBS on 4. Yes, so that is all very good indeed. So, Carol and Spotlight have long been expected awards contenders, as well as some monkey wrenches in the mix as well, because what are the Globes if not full of surprises? So yeah, we've obviously seen a lot of that. Looking at the list of best motion picture, it's hard not to think of the movies that aren't here. Steve Jobs, Mad Max Fury Road, Beast of No Nation, Hateful Eight, Creed, even Trumbo, perhaps. Any one of them could drop in and break up this party. That said, Spotlight is as close as we have to a sure thing in 2016. It has at least popped up in almost every awards roundup so far. The Revenant is a big awardsy film by the sounds of it on paper. Haven't seen it, but it's by a foreign-born director as well, who won Best Director and Best Film last year. Birdman for Alejandro Gonzalez. How do you say the last bit?
Iñárritu.
Thank you. Brooklyn sweetly evokes the same transatlantic passage that many HFBA voters have made, though few of them made the trek by boat, presumably.
Yes.
And Bridge of Spies is a Spielberg movie set in Berlin with Tom Hanks and British thespian extraordinaire Mark Rylance, for God's sake. Chances are this won't be the final 5, but at least 3 of these should make the cut, and those 3 should be Carol, The Revenant, and Spotlight. Correct or not correct? That is the question. And last but not least, last analysis on the best motion picture of musical or comedy. If there's a sure thing in this category, it is surprisingly enough The Martian, hardly the funniest film of this year, but certainly one of the most enjoyable and accomplished. I loved some of the humour, but trust me, it was a little bit too much. Since TIFF in September, we've understood that Ridley Scott and Matt Damon's path to Oscar Gold winds through the eccentric musical comedy category here at the Golden Globes, which gives them a nice boost over the crowded drama category. No wonder Harvey Weinstein was crowing the other day about how The Hateful Eight is actually a comedy. Forget him. Beyond that, this category is a little tricky to call. The Big Short and Joy are the only other bona fide Oscar hopefuls in sight, so they'll presumably get noticed. And Trainwreck was funny, and everyone likes Amy Schumer, right? So, yeah.
Well, not everyone.
Oh, well, some people don't. Some of the feminists don't,
No,
you know.
I'm not speaking about myself, I'm just talking about a lot of people really don't like her.
Oh, yeah? What about, what does it look like? I don't know they don't like her, but what about? What's not to like? She's beautiful?
Mostly I just think mostly people just think that she's not funny.
Fair enough. I'm tossing in The Diary of a Teenage Girl as a spoiler, but most so-called experts expect Lily Tomlin to round out the 5 with Grandma. I thought
it's not going to be Diary of a Teenage Girl, let's be real.
It's not, is it? It's not. Bugger. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us here on a special episode of The Real View, talking about the Golden Globe nominations 2016. There'll be more analysis when we have the Oscar nominations in, and obviously we'll be talking about the other award categories so far. We've got more to talk about, so much more expansion. If you want, check out my blog post on louishorror.com for more information. I'll be updating that a lot of the time, I hope.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. And Tom, any last words before you die? Maybe is a good word to end on. Very good.
Rosebud.
Right, thank you very much, guys. Guy.
Hey.
And anyone else that's joined
listening.
us today, for anyone listening, hello. Tune into the Wake Up Crew. We'll be starting off very soon, hopefully, for Shed Loads of Banter.
Soon.
Very soon. Isn't that right, Tom? Very soon.
Absolutely.
Very good. Thank you very much. Take care and goodbye.